Hello, you are on the Alice Reddit Stories channel. More than 90% watch my videos without a subscription. Subscribe to the channel so we always stay in touch. Enjoy watching. Story 1. Nobody showed up to OOP's wedding because she married her sister's crush. My sister and my husband went to college together. She had a crush on him since day one. He was all she talked about. They became part of a very close group of friends, and that same year she invited him and her friends to spend Boxing Day with my family. That's where I met him. We had sex that same night and I felt horrible. My sister eventually moved on. She met her husband and she got married last summer. Under all these years my husband and I met sporadically, and one of the times he told me he loved me, but what could we have done? We tried to date others and I tried to forget him, but I couldn't imagine myself with anyone else, and that made my relationship short and loveless. We met again officially on my sister's wedding. She had invited all her college friends. My husband and I met and he asked me to stop running away, and we started dating secretly. A year later he proposed. Now I had to tell my family. I have never endured so much hate and isolation in my whole life. I lied to them. I told them that we met at my sister's wedding and we hit it off. I never told them how I've been in love with him for almost a decade, and that we have met at least once a year since that Christmas, and they've been the best days of my life. My sister is happily married and she just had her baby. Still, she told me she hated me and never wanted anything to do with me. My family shared the same sentiment. That I'm a horrible person. My husband told me he didn't care about a wedding if my family not showing up would hurt me. We have wasted many years and that we didn't choose to fall for each other. He wanted me to be his wife. I still sent invitations to my family, but nobody showed up. Only my friends and my husband's family. I wish they could forgive me for finally choosing my happiness. Edit to add, I'm getting a lot of questions about telling the whole story. I don't know what more I should have written here other than this. Maybe I didn't do a good job about my sister's crush. My sister is outgoing and she was always open with her thoughts and feelings, so her crush on my husband was a well-known thing to us sisters and mother. And it was known for the longest time. That's why. 1. If they have known about me and him going back longer than what I've said, believe me, they would have confronted me long time ago, given their strong reaction after I told them, even after all these years. They wouldn't be silent if they knew something was up. Also, they were really shocked and felt that I betrayed my sister and hurt her feelings, because he's an old crush and we don't date each other's crushes, let alone marry them. 2. I misjudged my sister's crush. We all knew she was in love and that she was hurt when he didn't reciprocate, but I thought by the time she met her husband she was over him. Now I'm not sure. 3. I haven't spoken to my sister's husband in months, but from what I've heard, he's not happy about her reaction and things aren't going so well with them. This is also added to why my family is angry, because I caused the rift between my sister and brother-in-law. 4. New edit. We are 4 sisters, I'm the second oldest and my sister in question is the youngest. All 4 of us are of similar age and closer, were anyway, than best friends. This adds more because she feels really betrayed. 5. Yes, I have made a post before on relationship advice. I just couldn't find it. 6. Many are saying my sister is here somewhere with her side of the story. Please send me the link because I've been searching since this morning. Last edit, I'm getting DMs that my post is on TikTok? And that my sister is in the comments saying that I lied and that she had in fact dated my husband for 5 years? Where is this comment, since I'm overwhelmed with the amount of replies and DMs, so if some kind soul could just tag me on her comments. There's no truth to that. It's either a troll or some other OP, because all the people who said my sister has answered are refusing to show me her post. Anyway, I'm going to send an email to my family tonight and include the whole truth. It's my last attempt to redemption. If they still don't want anything to do with me, I will leave them be and move on with my life and try to find solace in my new family. Thank you all for listening. Hi everyone. I thought I could make an update about my post since I received a lot of advice about coming cleaning to my family about when and how I started dating my husband. Sorry it's very long, but at least nobody can complain that I've left out some details. But before that, I want to clarify a few points. If you want the update, skip 2 paragraphs. My sister has not written any posts about her side of the story. I got a lot of abusive DMs yesterday from people who pretend to have talked to my sister about how she was dating my husband for 5 years, not only unanswered crush, and yet nobody could or would send me the post. One Redditor sent me something from AITA about a lady whose daughter made an ultimatum about her choosing one of her grandchildren. That's not me. I don't have children. I only ever have written one post about this before, and it was when I sent the wedding invitations and my family said they won't come. Of course there will always be people who doubt my story. I always see at least 10 comments on every post ever written here about it being fake. Why are you PPL like this? To those people I have only one thing to say: idgaff. Also many asked about the full story because my mother's reaction was so strong. I have tried to explain it in the comments. My sister is the youngest and everyone's favorite, and her crush on my husband was well known, and when he didn't reciprocate her feelings, my mom was very hurt for her sake. As for the rest, they just do what mom says since she's the matriarch of the family. I would have understood their reaction if they knew the whole truth, because I will never forgive myself for what I did. My only comfort is that before we spent that night together, my husband told me that he never liked my sister that way and he wouldn't be with her no matter if I was with him or not. He kept saying that, and that he saw her as a sister even later throughout the years. Now to the update. As I said, many of you suggested that I should come clean. And there are pros and cons. Pros is that it's the right thing to do, and if my sister wants to hate me, she has the right to know the full extent of my betrayal. I will never pretend what I did back then was right. I just fell for him. Is that a good enough excuse? And seeing that I still love him so many years later, it was real from the beginning. Cons is that it would probably hurt my sister even more and probably jeopardize her marriage even more if it turns out she's still hung up over my husband. So I wrote a long email to my mother telling her everything and asking her what I should do. I texted her to go read it. That was last night. This morning she called me and was so cold. She didn't ask how I've been, didn't congratulate me, didn't ask about my husband. She was on point and warned me about telling my sister anything. She said that my brother-in-law has moved out from their home and is asking for divorce. So if I told my sister everything now, it will only make it worse for her. She said that I'm not allowed to contact my sister in any way and for any reason. I should leave her alone and move on with my life. She said that she couldn't believe her eyes when she read my email and how horrible I actually have been towards my sister, worse that I thought my mom's coldness made me understand how much I've hurt my family. I apologized about everything. I apologized for my sister and for breaking our family. She said, "Is there anything else?" Fine, goodbye then. Later my oldest sister called me. She has always been the gentlest, and she told me that she missed me and that mom told her everything. The separation between my little sister and her husband is serious. They have been fighting for months now, and he left on my wedding day because my sister was very angry and crying all day. Big sister said that they didn't want to bother me with these details in my honeymoon. I asked her if she was angry at me, and she said that none of them actually is, maybe except little sister, but that I should give it time. I've talked to my husband now about everything and I asked him if we have messed up. He just comforted me and told me to be patient, but I don't know. Our marriage started with hardship and at the cost of one of my favorite people and her husband. I'm so sorry. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, there are a lot of interesting stories ahead of you.